Very excited for this one today. We've got not one, but two Corksport exhausts for the Miatas. I'm going to show you what all comes in the box with these things. So the exhaust comes in two pieces. It's basically just a mid-pipe with a resonator in it and the section with the muffler. And then of course you got your instructions and hardware. So there's not a whole lot to it. You got your two bolts for the mid-pipe to the catalytic converter, two exhaust hangers, clamp for the mid-pipe to muffler section, and a new gasket for in between the cat and the mid-pipe. Alright, so we got these exhausts installed on both the cars. Didn't film any of that, but honestly it's pretty straightforward. There's just two 14mm bolts at the catalytic converter to the mid-pipe that you undo, and then the only thing holding in your stock exhaust are the hangers. So you drop it off all the hangers and then your stock exhaust is out. From there you just put in the mid-pipe section to the catalytic converter and then connect up the muffler section. Now my roommate Cole has a 1.8 Miata. Now that actually made it a bit easier for him to install this exhaust on his car, and I'm going to show you why. So if you can see right here, this is part of the rear subframe, and that is where the brace would go on a 1.8 Miata. So I actually had to trim this a bit on my car just for some added clearance. This is what it looks like on the other side that isn't trimmed. It has that lip there, and then I just trimmed that section right there so the exhaust would go through. Also, I was having an issue when I was pulling the muffler into the hanger. It would actually pull this section into the axle here, and I think this is a 1.6 problem because it has those sections where it bolts up to the diff. Those are larger. The 1.8 doesn't have that as far as I know. Also, because of my bumper cut, I wanted to get the muffler a bit higher so it would look good sitting up closer to the bumper. So I ended up cutting this section of the rear body off to allow the muffler to go up higher. So those few things made it a bit of a pain to put on my car, but on his car it was a breeze. It only took him about an hour. But I'm super excited how this came out. It looks great and it sounds fantastic. We're gonna get some rollers and some sound clips here in a minute. I wanna go ahead and say this thing is loud, and they do say this on their website, but I just was not expecting how loud this thing was gonna be. Now driving it the past couple of days, I've gotten used to it and it sounds so good. And it also comes with a silencer, which does just that. It brings the sound levels down to almost stock. So if you wanna actually have a conversation with your passenger, it's just two screws. You can pop that silencer in, you're good to go. And then you can just take it back out when you're ready to rip it up and have some fun. So like I said before, I'm super excited on how this came out. It sounds great and it looks so much better than the stock exhaust. It was looking bad before with my bumper cut and the stock exhaust back there, just not a good look. And I was a little worried when I first put this on, as this is my daily driver, on how loud it was, but knowing I have that silencer that I can put in whenever I want, you got the best of both worlds. So Corksport Drift Exhaust for the Miata, highly recommend. So if you were looking at this exhaust, go buy one while you still can. They just did a fresh production of these exhausts, and I don't think they're going to be doing any more. Alright, so I think we're going to take these things out, get some rollers, and get some sound clips.
But never again, back on our grind, you know what it is. Yeah, this is our year. Knocked us down once, we got up again. Put in the work, so I know we gon' win. This is for real, we never pretend. We gotta win, yeah. I had to stop being basic. Part of my dreams had to chase.